Siege, Riley, Taz, yeah. Set me free and give me death, there ain't no other choices. When I lay down to go to sleep, I keep on hearing voices. Little whispers in my head, man, is you fake a lawyer? Why no water, death designer, baby, pick your poison. These little demons living underneath my bed, creeping. Know the real monster lives above them all, sleeping. That subtle breathing in your closet every single evening. Thought you never see me again, looks can be deceiving. When they hear the sound of the drum, they'll be saying, oh Lord, here they come. Yeah, here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Here we come. I used to think that people die because they wicked. Nowadays people wanna see you dead because you gifted. Been ready for my tomb since I came up out the womb. So no matter what, I'm coming back and paying you a visit. Saw it coming, I predicted, but y'all wouldn't listen. No, you can't protect your riches if you never burn bridges. Flip pages, went places, made changes, still dangerous. Now I'm back, altercation, hold still, I make it painless. How it feel, baby? When you say you love me, is it real, baby? Full speed, both hands on the wheel, baby. Young Taz coming from the Mobile, baby. You know the drill, baby. Yeah. And when you hear the sound of the drum, we'll be saying, here we come. Yeah, here we come. Hey, here we come. Here we come. Here we come.
Good evening and welcome to King Arena for this Wheaton Thunder Sports Network broadcast produced by Sunrise Communications. My name is Andrew Pickton. Alongside Cassie Thornburg tonight we have the IIT Scarlet Redhawks and also the Wheaton College Thunder. And so far, Cassidy, this is a non-conference game as well. So the Thunder playing the CCIW and it's the Redhawks who are in the NSCAA.
Yeah, so this will be a non-conference game, which is a little less predictable because these two teams have been competing within separate rounds. I was actually just talking to one of Wheaton Thunder's players just the other day, Tyrell Derrick, number 11 on the court, and he was telling me that he was excited for the game and excited for the opportunity to play again with his teammates and to improve, but they honestly had no idea what the other team was going to be like tonight. And so that just adds an edge of surprise into the competition tonight. I'm sure we'll see a lot of last-minute strategies developing within the game as these two teams start to try to figure one another out. Yeah, Illinois Tech has a couple of really good players underneath DiGiorgio as well as Hisatake. Hisatake, really a block specialist, leads the nation in blocks, and also DiGiorgio in rebounding, had 21 rebounds recently. That game was against Carthage just 2 weeks ago. Yeah, we'll expect to see some really good players on both sides of the court. You have DiGiorgio and as alongside Anthony Mosley Jr. for the Tech. Anthony Mosley Jr. is a good shooter, and we'll expect to see him putting points on the board tonight for Tech. But then on the other side, you have Aston Francis, number 1 on the court, who has been leading Wheaton in scoring and has been actually last game against Carthage, he scored his first career double-double. Yeah, so it should be a very exciting game. Not quite sure what next, so we're going to send it over to the PA system. We'll be right back here at the media desk. IIT Scarlet Hawks. And everyone, please rise, playing the national anthem.
And now the starting lineups. First for the visitors from IIT. At one guard, a 6'2 junior out of Chicago, number 2, Anthony Mosley Jr. The other guard, a 6'2 junior out of Chicago, number 15, Caprice Gardner. At forward, we have a 6'6 junior out of Ironwood. That's number 21, Jake DiGiorgio. The other forward is 6'8 sophomore out of Las Vegas, number 22, Max Hisatake. And at center for IIT, a 6'7 junior out of Damascus, number 32, Parker Jonkis. IIT is coached by Todd Kelly, who's assisted by Ebenezer Nunu, Terrence Gray, and Vignesh Rajakapal. And now, Wheaton College fans, on your feet, the starting lineup for your Wheaton College Thunder. At one guard, a 6'1 junior out of Tyler, Texas, number 1, Aston Francis. The other guard, a 6'3 senior out of New Trier High School, number 22, Ricky Samuelson. At one forward, a 6'5 junior out of Maitland, number 3, Kobe Eichelberger. The other forward, a 6'4 junior out of Medina, number 34, Luke Peters. And at center, a 6'8 sophomore out of Chicago, number 25, Anajawan Spencer. Wheaton College is coached by Mike Schauer, who's assisted by JP, John Panner, and Shantae Gibbs.
And welcome back to the media table again. My name is Andrew Picken alongside Cassidy Thornburg. Aston Francis was named the CCIW Player of the Week over this last week. He had 40 points against Augustana and 31 against North Central, and also in that North Central game he reached the 1,000 point mark, reaching that milestone in just 41 games, which is just ridiculous.
Absolutely, Andrew. We've seen some amazing things from Aston Francis this season. It's no wonder that just recently he's been named to the watch list for the Bevo Francis Award, which is a small college award that he'll get the opportunity to compete for.
Jay Spencer in the middle along with Take. Spencer barely tips Eichelberger. He's got one-on-one with Mosley. High off the glass, doesn't go. And the first rebound of the game is made by DiGiorgio. So here's the first look at Mosley, 6'2", 160-pound point guard. Slow start here for IIT, running off some screens. Jonkis to Mosley. Out to DiGiorgio for 3, had to put it up with the clock going down, doesn't go. Now Peters. Samuelson open momentarily, doesn't take it. Peters into the lane, doesn't finish, rebound by Hisatake. Mosley calling for a screen, gets it from DiGiorgio. Pick and roll to DiGiorgio, down low, has the advantage on Eichelberger, left hand short, gets his own rebound, and taken away by Eichelberger. Samuelson open in the corner by Hisatake. Now up to Spencer for 3, in and out. And the D-board by Hisatake.
Good attempt there by Spencer to hit the 3. Just didn't have it this time.
Here's Jonkis. Misses everything there. Tried to save it. That was Jake DiGiorgio. Ends up out of bounds. So here's Peters bringing the ball up now. Francis by Jonkis into the lane, kick out to Samuelson, open for 3, hits! Ricky Samuelson shooting 60% from three-point range, and it showed right then.
And we'll see Samuelson take the first three-pointer of the night.
So finally a team on the board after 2 minutes of play. Now out to Gardner. Gardner with a couple of pump fakes gets a nice teardrop to go.
And you'll see Luke Peters bringing in the ball. Luke Peters brings a lot to the Wheaton through rebounds, as you'll see throughout the night.
Eichelberger hits a three. Back-to-back threes for the Thunder now between Samuelson and Eichelberger. The matchup of Aston Francis and number 32, Parker Jonkus on defense is one that I think has to be switched. Jonkus is not quick enough to guard Francis on the perimeter.
No, you're right. Jonkus has the height. However, he's not going to be able to get down low enough in order to maintain grounding on Francis tonight.
Good fight by Hisatake to get that one back and put it in. Now Eichelberger going into his right side, lost it on his way up. Did it get tipped? It did. So it stays Thunder ball.
Yeah, as you see on the replay, his arm got knocked, and so yeah, possession belongs to Wheaton there.
Aston Francis guarded closely by Jonkus around him once again. Kick out to Spencer, open for three. Again in and out, O-board from Peters, tipped away by Gardner. Now out into the corner of the Thunder half with Francis. Driving left and off the front iron, shaking his head. He knows that's one he needs to finish.
You know, we've seen Spencer try to hit 3 threes tonight. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a high three-pointers percentage. Maybe a better tactic to look for a teammate or move towards the net a little more.
Peters takes the contact, no call, but the ball off of Gardner. First substitutions of the game. It's number 10, Jake Bruns, coming in, as well as Zach Quam into the game early for Francis, and that's a pretty surprising move to me. I know Aston Francis hasn't put in a bucket yet, but he's been taking the ball to the rack and dishing out like he should. Spencer. Quam passes out of bounds.
Spencer seems a little nervous tonight as we're starting into the game. Just needs to take a breather, relax a little, and get back into a normal stride.
Here's Bruns, down to Hisatake, and taken away by Quam eventually. Peters on Jonkus, out to Quam. Eichelberger in the post on DeGiorgio. Driving on him, kick out to Spencer. Now Quam. Peters with the post move, gets around Jonkus in the English, puts it in.
Oh, what a maneuver by Peters to, over his head, pop the ball into the net.
Nice reverse layup from Peters, and now Mosley in the lane, kicking out to Hisatake. Actually, Bruns runs it down. Bruns guarded by Samuelson. DeGiorgio, the lefty, trying to spin left, and Zach Quam called for a foul here, getting some of the arm. Yeah, that's a tough call.
It is a tough call.
It's close. It looks like he might get a part of the hand, but there was a lot of ball that he tapped out as well.
Yeah, it looked more to me like he was going for ball on that one.
Hisatake tipped away. DeGiorgio right there and rises up. That was impressive from him to see how high he got.
Yeah, DeGiorgio's height at 6'6" really helped him there.
So Aston Francis back into the game, and Jay Spencer and Ricky Samuelson are on the bench now. Gunter also is in, so a very quick breather for Francis back in, and that's kind of what I thought. It seems like Coach Schauer only had one sentence, one quick message to give him, and then send him right back in.
Yeah, and something to look out for with Gunter here is he's a player who likes to play under the rim. He's an incredible low post.
Peters going for the slam, but fouled. And if he wasn't, I think he had this.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And Hisatake, one of the best blockers in Division III basketball as well. He averages 2.8 blocks per game. That's 9th in the nation, so no surprise that he was going for it there as Peters misses the first free throw. Peters had made at least his last 4. Went to the line a couple times against Carthage in their last game.
Yes, and he'll get another chance at the free throw.
And he makes it. But those were some clutch free throws in that Carthage game. Really sealed the deal for the Thunder. So it was a very nice play for him. Mosley to Jonkus. Bruns gets a screen. Open for an NBA 3. Hits. Bruns ties it up at 9.
You know, Andrew, that's not something that we would expect from Bruns. Bruns has been doing a lot more for Tech this season than he has in the past. So it'll be exciting to see what he offers in the game tonight.
Francis, tough 3 there and missed it. Mosley behind his back, taking on Peters, leans and hits.
Oh, and that was a close, almost blocked by Peters there, but the Tech just got the edge and made the shot.
So the Scarlet Hawks ahead now, 11-9. Down to Peterson, good cut. Gets around Hisatake.
Good teamwork by Thunder there as Peterson was open and Gunter was able to be playing underneath the rim really well and set up his teammate.
Jonkus. Now Mosley. Jonkus again. Mosley drives right. It's into the lane. Can't finish. Rebound there offensively. And taken away by Peterson. Seen that a couple of times on offensive rebounds that the Scarlet Hawks get. They're not able to keep it as the Thunder rip it away. Peterson down to Gunter. And Peters resets. Now the back cut to Kwon, blocked by Mosley from behind. Impressive play from Mosley. Bruns, pump fake, thought about the 3. And Mosley resetting. Bruns closely guarded by Kwon. Step back. Hisatake spins, lost it. Then put it in. Coach Schauer looking for a travel. Certainly was questionable as Hisatake put it up and then caught it again after picking up his dribble. Francis around Jonkus once again. This time they've got Jonkus for a foul.
Yeah, and you'll see it on the replay. I would definitely call that a foul.
Yeah, Jonkus just riding into the side of him a little bit there. Not much, but at the same time, Jonkus hasn't been able to mark him the whole game as he's going to take a seat now. And guarding Francis, I think this is a much better matchup, is Anthony Mosley Jr. A little bit of a delay before they get the ball. And referees asking members of the IIT bench to take a seat because they were getting in the way of play there. You're only allowed to have one coach stand up at a time. Eichelberger jab step into Giorgio and 1.
And you'll see it on the replay. Moves to the basket and puts in the shot.
We say it every game, but that's Eichelberger's trademark move. You jab left, go right, gets his shoulder past his defender. He's not blinding quick, but just knows how to use his body to get position and get to the rim and now to the free throw line. But he can't put the Thunder in the lead. 8 minutes gone in this one, tied up at 13. Bruns. Linder. Morris. Taken away by Samuelson. Eichelberger ahead, slams it down! And hung a little bit for emphasis.
You know, Andrew, that credit has got to go to Aston Francis, who set up Eichelberger with the long pass.
We've been waiting for Kobe this season to get a fast break dunk, and there he's got it. Bruns into the lane, doesn't make it. Peterson and DiGiorgio fighting for it, and already very feisty, scrappy game here. Everybody in this gym is alive.
Oh, and they'll see on the replay, yes, again, Eichelberger's slam dunk. There it is, money. And again, we'll see a replay of that little scrappy interaction there between Peterson and Tech.
Yeah, tie up there, and the ball remains with the Scarlet Hawks. Mosley almost stepped out of bounds. Now Mosley running the offense. Kick to Bruns for 3, hits! 2 for 2 now for Bruns, a spark off the bench. Two for 2 from 3-point range, that is.
Yeah, Bruns has already been proving himself in the game tonight for Tech.
Luke Peters, post move to the left hand, he's got that. Bruns, top of the key. Schmitz, into the lane. DiGiorgio. And the shot clock running down on the Hawks again. Taken away by Peters. Thrown off the body of Peters while his foot was out of bounds. And the Hawks only have 2 seconds on the shot clock to put this one up, as Hisatake checks into the game for Cole Linder.
Yeah, Hisatake is a sophomore for Tech. And interesting fact about Hisatake is he's an architect major.
Down low to Hisatake. The play run to perfection on the back cut.
Oh, and you'll see that one-hand layup there.
Back and forth they go already with 3 ties and 4 lead changes. Jay Spencer down low off the window. Now the Thunder back up. Ball with Jonkus. Bruns open for 3 once again. Doesn't get this one to go. Francis with the rebound. Quickly up to Samuelson. Hesitation. Now Francis. Guarded closely by Bruns. Switch to Eichelberger. Goes right on to DiGiorgio and puts it in. Had to lean backwards, but got it.
In this last play, we saw a switch in who was defending Francis. Moved from Junkus to number 10, Bruns. Tech does not seem like they know what to do with Francis at this point in the game.
Mosley pulls up for 3, hits. And that's just what a scorer does right there. Ties it up at 21.
And Mosley is 1 for 2 in tonight's game.
Yeah, it's been tough going for Mosley. He's been closely guarded and hasn't quite had opportunities he wants. Jonkus going for that dive. Francis takes it away, spins up, and blocked away by Hisatake. Now Mosley fouled by Eichelberger. He doesn't like it. But at the same time, Eichelberger in the air. Good job by Mosley just to go into him.
Oh yeah, pretty blatant foul there by Eichelberger. With his hand pressed towards.
So Mosley at the line. This season, Wheaton Athletics is proud to partner with Realty Executives as the exclusive sponsor of replays on our broadcast. We're happy to welcome Eric, Logan, Becky Vanderveen, and the Energized team to the Wheaton Athletics family and extend a special thank you to them for partnering with us to enhance our WTSN broadcasts.
Surprising that Mosley missed that shot, as he's 72.6% when it comes to free throws, but he'll get another chance here.
And 1 for 2 from the line. Caprice Gardner back into the game for the Hawks.
And number 34, Luke Peters with the ball. Interesting fact about Peters is every time his name is announced in this stadium, it's always repeated.
Eichelberger hits a 3. And something is called after the play that I'm trying to figure out here. See if they put the foul on the screen here. Nothing on the scoreboard yet, but the foul certainly called underneath, and it had to have been against a Thunder player because the ball is with Tech. Here's Bruns. Gardner. Mosley lost it, able to keep it in. Mosley forcing it. Now driving right, step back, short.
And you'll see Thunder with a man-on-man coverage there. However, when it comes down to it, they leave their mans easily to cover the zone.
Francis hits a deep 3 with Mosley all over him.
Andrew, we've had Mosley, Bruns, DeGiorgio, Hisatake. Everyone's been trying to cover Francis tonight, but he just keeps getting those points on the board.
Gardner fouled there by Peterson. He holds his arms out, and I think he might have a case as we watch the replay.
It looked like all ball to me.
Yeah, they've got him for that hand down low is the only thing that I can see where he got wrapped up.
The strike downwards is probably what the ref was seeing and why he called it.
Well, actually, initially, it's the one he's got his arm on him like this before he's going up, and then he hits the ball down. Hitting the ball down was fine. I think it was that arm before he went up.
Oh, stiff arm.
So Caprice 1 for 1 at the line today. And DeGiorgio back into the game after a quick rest, and Bruns will sit on down. Largest lead for the Thunder was that 5-point lead that they had before Gardner made both these free throws. Now just a 3-point lead, 1 possession game. Peters to Francis. Fadeaway 3 short. Gunter, is he able to save it? He was not. His foot was on the line when he tried to jump out to throw it in.
Great effort there by Gunter to try to save the ball from going out, but just didn't quite get to it in time.
6:44 left in the first half, 27-24 Thunder. Mosley looking for Hisatake. Down low to Hisatake, blocked by Gunter. And a foul called on Peters underneath. Yeah, and I think that is the right call.
Yeah.
Got his arm in there. Peters doesn't like it. He might have gotten all ball, but it looked to me like he had to go across the arm, at least just from that one look. So a timeout taken here, 6:26 left, Wheaton up 27-24. And it's been a little bit of tough going for Aston Francis so far, just 1 of 5 from the field with 3 points. But every shot he's taken pretty much has been a good shot. I can only think of 1 or 2 that aren't what he would really like to do, but at the same time, he's so capable of making those shots. He's such a tough guy to coach.
Yeah, Francis averages 27.6 points per game, but has just had a tough time running a little bit tonight. I'm sure we'll see more to come from him, but a little struggle to start off.
The thing that I like to see from him is the 3 assists that he's got so far through the game. 3 assists and 3 points. 1 of 5 shooting, but I don't disagree with any of the shots that he's decided to take tonight. Mosley on the other side of the ball has 6 points, as well as Hisatake has 6 points and 7 rebounds.
Oh, and not to mention Bruns also has 6 points for Tech and has scored 2 out of the 3-point shots that he's, excuse me, not 3 points, but out of the shots he's taken tonight.
Yeah, Hisatake has 7 rebounds so far. That is absurd. 7 rebounds through the first quarter and a half of this game, not even. Who knows how many he'll end up with tonight. Down low to Mosley, but too far ahead of him. So a turnover to the Thunder.
Yeah, and Hisatake scores 4 more points. We're looking at a double-double from him for the night.
8 assists for the Thunder so far, just 3 for Illinois Tech. Francis guarded by Jonkus goes right. And the crazy layup off the top of the window with the English goes down.
Oh, Francis is so impressive. There's 3 Tech players underneath the hoop, but Francis managed to break through them all and make the shot.
They give Mosley his left, and that's something they shouldn't have done, as you'll see it here on the replay. Yeah, Spencer Peterson just jumping, kind of flailing at him a little bit, and you're not going to be able to avoid a foul call too often when that occurs. Mosley Jr. out of Chicago, Illinois, went to Whitney Young High School.
And that'll be Peterson's first personal, well, he has 1 personal foul for the night.
I think on that play they actually did get Aston Francis too with his first personal. So here's Francis, kick to Peterson. Eichelberger. Francis operating deep, gets by his defender, short jumper, and Eichelberger skying for it, but tipped it over. Mosley. Kick out to Hisatake. Mosley to Jonkus. Gardner, 15-footer, off. But then Peterson couldn't get the rebound, and Samuelson neither, so out of bounds. There was a altercation right in front of us here. Francis was running down with Gardner, and their feet just got a little bit tangled up. Gardner offered to help him up, so I don't think it was anything done on purpose.
Yeah, I would agree. Looked like they just kind of ran into one another and fell on the court.
That one tipped up by Francis, but he couldn't get the steal, so Gardner now setting up the offense. Tipped away by Francis, and then out of bounds on him.
And Francis was going all in for that ball, landed on the ground, was on his hands and knees trying to grab the ball.
Referees communicating with each other here to figure out something. They're blowing their whistle and held up 2 twos for Ricky Samuelson, I assume. I don't know if that's a warning of sorts, but that's kind of what it looked like to me. You don't see that very much. A referee just blow his whistle, hold up a number for nothing that's a personal foul. Mosley fading away, and he's got it.
The Tech team is very quick to look for Mosley as they well know their teammate and know that he's got a strong shot and strong finish. Mosley's posted 8 points tonight and has made 1 out of the 2 free throws that he has attempted.
That one unfortunate for Quam and Samuelson, the 2 seniors trying to link up there to Samuelson on a back cut, but just didn't quite get it. And so a turn over ball with the Hawks. Jonkus. Mosley. Step back. Into the lane. Fading back. Rims out. DeGiorgio with the offensive rebound going back up. And a traveling call on him. And Mosley's under the pile, comes up limping hard. And he is not really walking.
Yeah, and as you saw in the replay there, Mosley was on the ground the whole time, but it was just a simple travel call that was made.
Mosley right now attempting to walk it off. He's going to take a second to retie his shoe, and hopefully that'll fix the problem. You never want to see that. One of the better players, you never want to see anybody go down with any type of injury. And Mosley's going to stay in and attempt to continue this game, but he is walking on his tiptoes.
Mosley is leading Tech in points tonight at 8 and is a key member for their team. So for him to be out could pose a serious threat to the team, but it looks like he's going to continue. Eichelberger
with the hook shot again over DeGiorgio. He's done that same move to DeGiorgio 3 times.
And Eichelberger is at 12 points for the night, the top scorer tonight for both Thunder and Tech.
Morrow looking to score here. He's into the lane. In and out. Rebounded by Hisatake. Morrow. And what a finish in the lane. And one. And he's still after taking that one in.
And you'll see it on the replay. Yeah, gets the ball, moves in, goes up for the shot. But then again, you'll see that he's on the ground after the shot as a foul was called against Thunder.
Yeah, he's putting together a very solid first half for himself. 10 points on 4 of 9 shooting, 1 of 2 from deep as he makes that free throw, make it 11 points.
And making his 3 free throws for the night at 2 made out of the 3 attempted.
Quam out to Francis, but a weak pass. DeGiorgio has it, calls timeout. And a little bit of life breathed into that Tech bench as they come out clapping and celebrating.
Oh yeah, and you'll see on the replay a very scrappy game tonight that we have. We had like 4 players on the ground within that play as Tech secures possession of the ball.
So all knotted up at 31. This is just a 30-second timeout, really just trying to keep possession there.
And our lead scorers of the night is for Tech, Mosley at 11 points right now, and Eichelberger for Thunder at 14 points.
Not a lot of three-pointers taken in this game so far. Just 14 attempts per side and 7 made.
And it's exciting to see Eichelberger as a lead scorer tonight, as he's not a guaranteed starter for this Wheaton Thunder, and so exciting to see that he started the game tonight and has been leading the team in points.
Yeah, he's having a monster game, a monster half so far.
Andrew, you really do like that term, monster.
Monster is my word. Morrow fading away. No good, tipped out of bounds. And couldn't be saved by the Thunder. So a fresh 30-second shot clock after that miss for the Hawks.
Good attempt there by Eichelberger, though, to jump and attempt to recover the ball from going out. Unfortunately, unsuccessful.
So here's Jonkus. Throws into Morrow. And out of bounds is called on the Thunder somehow. Must have been tipped by Quam, because it looked to me like Morrow was holding the ball when he came down. And Mosley, sorry, I've been saying Morrow for a while. It's Mosley. Jonkus, Hisatake. DeGiorgio. Kick over to Mosley, takes the contact. DeGiorgio offensive rebound, no good. Hisatake called for an over-the-back rebounding foul. But good effort from the Hawks.
Man, and we'll see Mosley again on the ground. That's probably the 4th time tonight. Again, limping even more so than before.
Yeah, and this time he touched the court. And so Caprice Gardner is going to take him out here. And I think that's a good move, but a great effort by him trying to stay in this game.
Yeah, number 15, Caprice Gardner, coming into the game. He's actually a transfer from Prairie State College. He's been fortunate to play in 13 of the games, the 16 games the Tech has played this year.
Francis down low to Samuelson. Puts it in. Francis made that pass from about 30 feet out. And the defender, Cole Linder, had no idea where Samuelson was on that play.
And Samuelson was so alert and ready that he was able to just receive the ball and put it up.
Bruns. Gardner. Into the lane. Tipped out. Bomb coming the other way. Eichelberger up with the acrobatic layup. And a timeout taken by Tech. Full timeout.
Oh, and we'll see it on the replay there. Oh, yeah, Eichelberger.
Man, the way that Eichelberger has a way of just hanging in the air, whether he's going up to dunk or trying to get a layup around a defender, will never cease to amaze me.
Me either, Andrew.
So now Tech really needs to try to find a scorer on the bench, with Mosley slightly injured with his ankle for the rest of the half, most likely. He's got 11 points. Everybody else sitting below the double-figure mark. And Eichelberger just continues to build on his prolific night. 16 points on 7 of 9 shooting for him.
Yeah, unfortunately, too, the Tech has Malik Howes is injured, it would seem, tonight, as he's not in the game. He's typically a starter for Tech. And a transfer from Post University, a junior at 6 foot, who unfortunately is not able to contribute to the Tech's play tonight due to a possible injury.
5 ties and 8 lead changes in this first half. Under 2 minutes left. 35-31 Thunder. DeGiorgio thought about the jumper. Gets it to Bruns. In the corner to Jonkus. Fadeaway 3 blocked by Francis. And Francis had to get really high to block that 3. Now to him, deep 3. Front iron. O-board by Eichelberger. Goes to his left, spins back right, lost the ball. Kicks it out to Samuelson, wide open for 3. And a foul there on Spencer. That's on Peterson, and that's just an easy call. He didn't want to do it, as you see here on the replay.
Oh, yeah. He recognized right afterwards what he had done, but it was too late at that point.
Right, just going for the ball, but then DeGiorgio's arm in the way. So 1-and-1 free throws for DeGiorgio now. Minute 15 left in the half.
Yeah, Peterson has got to be careful of those fouls. He's been giving them up a little too much tonight.
Yeah, he'll take a seat with 2 personal fouls. Jay Spencer and Trevor Gunter into the game for Eichelberger and also Peterson.
Yeah, Peterson found himself in a little trouble as he's at 2 personal fouls for the night. Now his coach taking him out. Understandably, Showers not wanting him to work his way up to 5.
DeGiorgio 9th in the nation for total rebounds with 175 as he goes 2 for 2 from the line there. Samuelson to Gunter. Quam. And this is a good position for Francis. Fadeaway spin. Easy one for him. He does that just about every day. You don't want to let him get 10 feet and in for a fadeaway. DeGiorgio screening. Bruns, 37 seconds left. Puts up a deep 3, hits. Bruns again from deep, now 3 of 4 from there.
Bruns has been having a good game tonight. He's at 9 points total for Tech.
So the Thunder essentially, they do have the last shot of the half here. Quam's going to try to hold it and keep it away. Quam's going to try to keep it away from Bruns. Down low to Gunter. He's open. Blocked by DeGiorgio. 3 seconds left, and he's going by himself. Has to pull it. Does. Good rebound by Gardner, but after the horn. So at halftime, 37-36, and it's been back and forth. As I said, 8 lead changes, 5 ties between these two teams, and we'll be back right after this halftime break. It'll be about 13 minutes. See what Coach Schauer and also Coach Kelly can draw up for their teams at halftime to try to separate themselves from each other. This is a Wheaton Thunder Sports Network broadcast produced by Sunrise Communications. I'm Andrew Pitkin alongside Cassidy Thornburg, and we'll be back in about 13 minutes.
We believe in one sovereign God, eternally existing in 3 persons, the everlasting Father, His only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, our Lord, and the Holy Spirit, the giver of life.
And we believe that God created the heavens and the earth out of nothing by His spoken word and for His own glory.
We believe that God has revealed Himself and His truth in the created order, in the Scriptures, and supremely in Jesus Christ.
We believe that the Scriptures of the Old and New Testaments are verbally inspired by God and inerrant in the original writing, so that they are fully trustworthy and of supreme and final authority in all they say.
We believe that Jesus Christ was conceived by the Holy Spirit, born of the Virgin Mary, was true God and true man, existing in one person and without sin.
We believe in the resurrection of the crucified body of our Lord, His ascension into heaven, and His present life there for us as Lord, High Priest, and Advocate.
We believe that God directly created Adam and Eve, the historical parents of the entire human race. And they were created in His own image, distinct from all other living creatures, and in a state of original righteousness.
We believe that our first parents sinned by rebelling against God's revealed will, and thereby incurred physical and spiritual death. And as a result, all human beings are born with a sinful nature that leads them to sin in word, thought, and deed.
We believe in the existence of Satan, sin, and evil powers, and that these have been defeated by God in the cross of Christ.
We believe that the Lord Jesus Christ died for our sins, according to the Scriptures, as a representative and substitutionary sacrifice, triumphing over all evil, and that all who believe in Him are justified by His shed blood and forgiven of all their sins.
We believe that all who receive the Lord Jesus Christ by faith are born again of the Holy Spirit, and thereby become children of God, and are enabled to offer spiritual worship acceptable to God.
We believe that the Holy Spirit indwells and gives life to believers, enables them to understand the Scriptures, empowers them for godly living, and equips them for service and witness.
We believe that the one holy universal church is the body of Christ and is composed of Christ's people.
The task of Christ's people in this world is to be God's redeemed people, embodying His love by worshiping God with confession, prayer, and praise, by proclaiming the gospel of God's redemptive love through our Lord Jesus Christ to the ends of the earth by word and deed, by caring for all God's creation, by actively seeking the good of everyone, especially the poor and the needy.
We believe in the blessed hope that Jesus Christ will soon return to this earth, personally, visibly, and unexpectedly, in power and great glory, to gather his elect, to raise the dead, to judge the nations, and to bring his kingdom to fulfillment.
We believe in the bodily resurrection of the just and the unjust, the everlasting punishment of the lost, and the everlasting blessedness of the saved.
And the sun was shining as well as it could on the shadowy river, a good part of the shine being caught in the trees. Since about this time last year, painting the Fox River, starting up in West Dundee in the north, we're going to cover all the way down to Ottawa. I hope that it happens at least with one painting I make out of these 60 that, you know, when you look at it, it just leads you. It's heuristic. You know, it wants you to go. It wants you to encounter. I mean, I sometimes think of it as a kind of homesickness, you know, where you feel like your identity is out there somewhere else. You're here, but you have this pull, you know, to be somewhere, and it's an ache. In fact, in Gilead, you know, John Ames at some point talks about this town, Gilead, and he says, you know, this town has been wearied a little and then wearied a little more, and yet he says hope is still there. And I mean, that is the thing. Hope isn't the accomplishment. This whole idea of, you know, when is hope important? It's hope that it's important when it's dark, you know, when you can't see. That's when it manifests itself as a possibility. So these paintings aren't about a sort of glorious resolution, but I hope they are something that makes one feel a glimmer of hope for possibilities.
Hi, I'm Abby Yoder. I grew up here in Wheaton, and I transferred to Wheaton College because I wanted to be in a place that would shape me as a learner and as a Christ follower. For me, one of the best parts of Wheaton was my time spent at Honey Rock, Wheaton's campus in the Northwoods of Wisconsin, where students can take classes, serve as camp counselors, and be developed as leaders. Honey Rock was a great place for me to grow in my faith, live out my sense for adventure, and form lifelong friendships. Whether it's Honey Rock or one of the many other ways to connect on campus, I'm excited to help you get a vision for life here at Wheaton.
Hi, I'm Nate Brown. College will be one of the most transformational experiences in your life. My education in the context of a Christian community helps shape the way I live and engage the world around me. I love that Wheaton relates Christian liberal arts to the needs of contemporary society. The classes are designed to combine faith and learning, giving you a biblical perspective that's accessible and applicable. Wheaton students are challenged to answer questions like, what does it mean to live as a Christian doctor, engineer, or business professional? Being in an environment with other students and faculty who are passionate about their faith and serious about their education will help you to know who you are in Christ and prepare you to go wherever He leads you. I look forward to helping you find your way to Wheaton. Talk to you soon.
Like when I close my eyes and don't even care if anyone sees me dancing. Like I can fly and I don't even think of touching the ground. Like a heartbeat skip, like an open page, like a one-way trip on an aeroplane. It's the way that I feel when I'm with you. Brand new. Like when I close my eyes and don't even care if anyone sees me dancing. Like I can fly and I don't even think of touching the ground. Like a heartbeat skip, like an open page, like a one-way trip on an aeroplane. It's the way that I feel when I'm with you. Brand new.
And welcome back to the media table. My name's Andrew Picken alongside Cassidy Thornburg, bringing you this Wheaton Thunder Sports Network broadcast produced by Sunrise Communications. Got a nail-biter through the first half, 37-36. The Thunder are up. And it looks like the usual starters are coming out for the Thunder. Aston Francis, Kobe Eichelberger, Ricky Samuelson, Jay Spencer right in front of us, and number 34, Luke Peters. And then we'll see who Coach Todd Kelly of the Scarlet Hawks will counter with.
Yeah, this game is really close, Andrew, 37-36. You were just saying how you love close games.
Yeah,
this is right up your alley.
Exactly. They're always more exciting and lots of exciting plays. Plenty from Eichelberger so far, 7 of 9 from the field with 16 points. And it's allowed 16 points. Had a fast break dunk with a defender bearing down on him. Also a layup where he had to glide through the air to put it in. He had a slight injury that he went out with about 2 minutes left in the first half. But he is back in and looks ready to go. Also, speaking of injuries, Samuelson's going to put up this three. No good. O-board by Peters and back in.
Oh, and that was persistence by Peters. Peters put the ball up, didn't make it, grabbed the ball again, put it up again, and made the shot.
As I was saying, speaking of injuries, Mosley, number 2, is back into the game for IIT, and he had a slight ankle turn in the first half. Hisatake can't make that. O-board, they're blocked from behind by Spencer.
Yeah, Andrew, good to have Mosley Jr. back in this game as he's a top scorer for Tech tonight with 11 points. Though he does seem to still be limping a little bit.
Yeah, it's clearly still nagging him, his ankle, but trying to play through it. And he is their leading scorer in this game with 11 points. The only other player that's close is Jake Bruns with 3 threes today and 9 points. So Mosley knows he has to take a lot of the scoring burden upon himself as he has all season. Down low to Giorgio, and he puts it in.
Yeah, bank shot there by Giorgio. His height really helped him to secure the shot.
Francis around his defender, easy left-handed layup.
Oh man, there was nobody on him.
Yeah, no help defense at all. Jonkus couldn't stay with him there. Gardner looking for an option down to DeGiorgio. Guarded by Eichelberger, loses it. Now to Hisatake, 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Deep three taken by Mosley, hits! And he comes down really hurting, but what a shot to tie it up. Ricky Samuelson misses. Hisatake with his 9th board of the game. Jonkus misses, and a foul called. And that's a soft foul call.
Oh, for sure, Andrew. We'll see here on the replay. Yeah, I just don't see it.
It looked to me like Samuelson was going to foul, so the referee just assumed he was going to. Then he backed off a little bit and kind of jumped backwards. So yeah. I think in the end it was the wrong call.
Yeah, you just can't call fouls on assumptions.
Jonkus missed the first free throw, but gets the second, 1 of 2. Francis around Jonkus. Off the window, back-to-back buckets for Francis and a timeout by Coach Schauer. And that's exactly what Francis should do every time. If Jonkus is going to be the one guarding him, clearly he doesn't have the feet to stay with Francis. He gets around him every time. And if there's no help defense or little help defense, Francis should look to put that one in every single time.
Oh, definitely. And you'll see on the replay as he just makes his way around Jonkus and basket goes in. You know, Andrew, tonight we have some very experienced coaches on both sides of the ball. For Tech head coach Todd Kelly, it's his 4th season as the head coach. You know, when he first came to this program, Tech had won 0 games, but then guided by him as coach, he led the team to 22 victories. And last year, a USCAA champion game appearance. Then on the other side of the ball, we have Coach Showers, who it's his 9th year this year as head coach, but he's also had 17 years as a head coach with other experiences, one including his time at Gordon College, where he turned around the program at Gordon and allowed that team to become something where they once were not.
Yeah, Coach Showers had a prolific career here, has coached a plethora of All-Americans, 2 of the best being Aston Francis on the court right now and Tyler Peters, who went on to play professionally in Sweden. But there's a number of other players that I'm leaving out who have played for Coach Shower and gone on to do great things. Mosley stopped. Now Gardner. Going on Francis, floats, doesn't make it. Hisatake misses the putback, but then gets it and tips it in.
Yeah, Hisatake puts the shot up there, but then it starts to come down and he just taps it right back in.
11 rebounds for him in this game. This one out to Peters, wide open for 3, short. Eichelberger gets it back to him, drives in and finishes.
Oh, now that was a smart maneuver by Peters. Went for the 3, didn't make it, was about to go for the 3 on the second time, but decided to make his way closer in for the shot, and then secured the point.
Back and forth they go. This one a turnover by the Scarlet Hawks. Right in front of us is Mosley Jr. telling the referee that he didn't touch it, but still the call in favor of the Thunder. Peters gets by Mosley, blocked, but trying to pass it out. Not actually sure that was blocked. Now down to Peters again, and he's got back-to-back layups.
And that'll be 11 points for Peter tonight.
Mosley, and he traveled. I believe his injury is taking a role in that, and he is going to take a seat as Jake Bruns will enter the game early in this second half.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to see Mosley leave the game tonight. He's been such a force to be reckoned with tonight for the team this season and in the past 2 seasons.
Aston Francis again in the lane floater. So a 5-point lead for the Thunder now. DeGiorgio, short. Francis with the board. He's got options on each side. Kicks over to Quam in the corner. Now, back cut to Eichelberger. Gets it around Hisatake.
Oh man, Eichelberger is on fire tonight.
We're seeing Kobe do things we have never seen him do in this game.
Honestly, and that'll be 18 points for him.
His athleticism attribute, if he were a 2K player, just went up 5 points.
Yes, it did.
Bruns. Kick to Hisatake. Gardner. Deep 3. Off. Rebound by Peters. Thunder now look to build on their 8-0 run. Peters pushing the pace. Peterson down low. And Peters gets a screen from Francis to reset. Over to Peterson, blocked by Hisatake. But then Peterson back up and around Jonkus. A 10-0 run for the Thunder and a timeout taken by Coach Kelly, and he wants a full timeout to try to stop the bleeding. The Thunder were down 1, now up 9.
Oh, and that was a nice shot there by Peterson. Peterson is a 2-sport athlete here at Wheaton. Oh, and they'll show it again on the replay. Oh, actually, that'll be Kobe's replay. Kobe's just taking over the camera, the court, everything tonight. But there it is again, Peterson's shot there.
Looking at scores around the CCIW, Milliken 46-36 against Carthage with 15:26 left in that game, and Augie with an 11-point advantage at the start of halftime over North Park. Earlier today, IWU won the game against the Pioneers of Carroll 82-70, and also earlier today, the Elmhurst Blue Jays won 91-77 against the North Central Cardinals. That a huge game. That one really kind of mucks up a little bit what the CCIW standings look like.
You know, I'm sure at this time out here that the Tech coaches and Tech players are really talking through how they can get more points on the board. We came out of the half with a 1-point difference between the two teams, and now Thunder has already increased their lead by 9 points. Tech needs to get to score more points.
So with Mosley out, it's Bruns running point guard. And we can see Mosley on the other side as Hisatake is fouled from behind by Peterson. I believe that's his third personal.
Yeah, that'll be Peterson's third personal. Wouldn't be surprised if Showers pulls him out.
Yeah, two tall players.
As it looks like he might be doing right now.
Two tall players checking in, Jay Spencer as well as Trevor Gunter coming in, so I think Peterson will exit. And you don't want to lose a Peterson too early in this game, who's so physical, can go against DeGiorgio and Hisatake and really bump him around. So that's why you got to sit him now, especially with a 9-point lead. You don't want to risk one of your good players getting another foul and getting that fourth foul with a lead like this. So he's going to take a seat. Hisatake missed the first free throw. And the second. DeGiorgio, though, with the offensive rebound, misses the putback. Hisatake able to put it in.
A little redemption there for Hisatake after those two missed free throws.
Stops the 10-0 run of the Thunder. Ball to Gunter. Hasn't seen much time in this one. Quam. Down low to Peters. Finds Gunter on the back cut, but too low and out of bounds.
You know, Andrew, something we haven't seen too much of tonight is Francis hitting threes. He usually has a pretty high percentage when it comes to three-pointers, but tonight he's been moving closer in and taking shots from close up rather than far.
Well, and for the most part, Jonkis is not allowing him to take three-point shots, so he's only taken 4 in this game, but he's gotten to the rim a lot better than he does in maybe some other games because the lane's been opening up. DeGiorgio going and blocked by Spencer. The double team of Gunter and Spencer forced that one. Francis around Jonkis again, into the lane, can't finish. Tipped out to Jay. Quam. And Jay Spencer resets, and an offensive pick foul called on Jay Spencer, I believe.
And we'll see it on the replay. Spencer looking for someone. Hands the ball off to Aston, but whistle's already been blown.
Yeah, I didn't exactly see what the foul call was in that replay. It couldn't have been a foul call. It's not on the scoreboard, so it must have been a travel or something on Jay. Down low here to Hisatake. Dropped it. Now finds DeGiorgio, but 3 in the key on Hisatake. He did drop it in the lane, though. It didn't seem to me like he had possession the whole time. Still the call against him. So the Thunder working on a 7-point lead here. 13 minutes, 20 seconds left in the second half. Spencer. Aston Francis taking a seat on the bench currently. Jay Spencer for 3 hits. And a timeout taken by Coach Schauer. Full timeout, 56-36 is the score with 13:05 left. So we haven't seen Mosley Jr. re-enter the game. He's got 14 points, but DeGiorgio playing well underneath with 10 points.
Yeah, and Bruns not too far away with 9 points. And then on the other side of the ball for Thunder, lead scorers being Eichelberger at 18 and Francis at 13 points.
Hisatake and have DiGiorgio has 10 rebounds and Hisatake with 11. So DiGiorgio in this game already has notched a double-double, which is something that he is quite accustomed to doing. Since he's stepped foot on IIT's campus, he has averaged a double-double there. So just another day in the workplace for him. And Hisatake, not known for his rebound ability as much as his blocking ability, but he does have 2 blocks in this game to go along with 8 points and his 11 rebounds.
Yeah, and incredible for Coach Kelly Jones to have a player like DiGiorgio who averages a double-double. Not a common feature among D3 athletes.
So Mosley Jr. is back in the game, but he's not running point guard as Bruns is taking that duty. DiGiorgio tried to kick it out, but tipped away. Now Peters up to Quam, 2 steps and finish.
Oh, what a fast break to the basket.
12-point lead for the Thunder now. Mosley, step back on Peters. Short. Gunter, rebound.
Yeah, and we had a little miscommunication there between Gunter and Samuelson, but they were able to figure it out and make their way down the court.
Gunter to Peters, spins on Mosley and a travel. And it's clear that Mosley playing slightly injured. Peters trying to take it on him to the rim. As long as Mosley's in the game, that's honestly the right strategy and the right thing to try to do. Mosley gives his team such a boost offensively that he has to find a way to stay in this game.
Yeah, certainly. He's been scoring the most points for Tech tonight and is essential if they want to keep scoring points.
Bruns on the wing. Had DiGiorgio, but it would have been a tough pass. Mosley Jr. with 7 seconds. Passes off to Jonkus, driving in 2 seconds. Blocked! And a shot clock violation. Thunder ball.
Man, what a block there for Thunder. You know, interesting the emphasis that Coach Kelly Jones has been putting on this game, having number 2, Mosley Jr. sticking it out as this is a non-conference game.
Foul called underneath on number 10, Jake Bruns. That's his first personal. The second half moving a little bit more slowly. We're seeing more violations and fouls than the first. Eichelberger, guarded by the smaller Bruns, goes in on him. And Gunter was open, but he wasn't looking for the pass. Then Mosley almost had it taken away, but here he comes. Pass to DiGiorgio, Jonkus. Mosley driving on Quam into his body and makes the shot.
Wow, Mosley is a fighter. He's giving all he has, making lots of contact in order to move in towards the hoop and get the shot.
Francis around Hisatake. Gunter misses the putback. Samuelson with the stolen pass. Switch to Francis. Wide open for 3, hesitates, hits it! He wanted the foul call as well. Pump fake 3 times and then made it.
Oh my word! That was incredible. Francis dodged one guy, then the next guy, and then makes the 3-pointer.
Now Mosley trying to make something happen, throws it too high. DiGiorgio saves it, and off of Eichelberger's knee.
Man, the defense needs to be able to respect Aston Francis's ability to shoot beyond the arc. Oh, there it is. Beautiful landing.
And it is so hard as a shooter to pump fake, not only just once, but twice, and then put the shot up from 3-point range and put it in. That is just insane.
Incredible talent. Honestly, an honor to watch him. And King Arena is going wild.
Yeah.
After that three-pointer.
DiGiorgio quiets. No, he doesn't quiet the crowd. Rebound by Eichelberger.
Yeah, the crowd is definitely still lively as Thunder has the ball.
Francis thought about that three. Now he's into the lane on Mosley. Blocked. Actually fouled by Hisatake.
Oh, and we'll see it on the replay. Yeah, Aston driving in. Oh, yeah. Foul from the outside by Hisatake on that one.
I think correct. I think that's actually going to go against Mosley. Hisatake was clean on the ball, but it was my mistake initially. So Francis at the line.
Yeah, 15 feet from the hoop.
And he makes it. He had his first career double-double last game with 23 points and 10 rebounds against Carthage. And that a key CCIW win on the road. They won it by about 10 points. And that's just a huge one going forward for them. It's a 90-81 victory, so a 9-point margin. And he misses that free throw.
Yeah, Francis has a pretty high free throw percentage. A little surprised that I didn't make the second one first, but his free throw percentage is at 83.7%.
Hisatake took some contact and then threw it out of bounds. Turnover. Spencer Peterson is back in the game for the Thunder, playing with 3 personal fouls. And Aston Francis is being guarded by Schmitz.
Bold move by Coach Showers to keep Peterson in this game.
Kick over to Peters. And that one thrown out of bounds. It was Francis going on the back cut because he wasn't going to be open on the outside, and then thrown out by Peters. A 14-point margin for the Thunder now, the largest lead of the game for them. DiGiorgio driving on Spencer Peterson, gets down low, just off the front of the rim again, and an offensive rebounding foul call.
Peterson was key to that play right there and helping Thunder secure possession of the ball.
So number 21, Jake DiGiorgio, will take a seat, and in is number 35, Cole Linder, actually a Canadian from British Columbia. Peters to Eichelberger, goes right on Hisatake, switch to Samuelson, too high for him and out of bounds. The right idea from Eichelberger, just a high pass. Now Mosley resetting in this opposite corner. Crossover going right. Puts it up in traffic, no good.
You know, you don't really see Mosley looking for a teammate there, but rather just looking for a basket. With 4 Thunder players in front of the basket, maybe not the smartest move.
And a foul called here.
And we'll see it on the replay.
So that foul going against Linder, number 35, and Peters at the line. That one long. Second one, same story, a little bit too long, so the score remains at 14 points.
That's too bad. Luke Peters is a fan favorite. As you'll hear over the loudspeaker, they just love saying his name.
Schmitz for 3, dead on the rim and off. Peterson down the other way on Linder, using his strong body and doesn't make it, but gets fouled.
Oh, and on the replay, Peterson. Yeah, that'll be a foul.
So Peterson at the line now, a two-sport athlete, plays quarterback for the football team, kind of has a special package, as you might imagine, being a player as tall and also as large as he is, 6'5", 230 pounds.
Yeah, and just a sophomore. You know, tonight definitely making a statement with that headband too. He wears it every game.
Yeah, I think it's strictly utilitarian.
And goes along with his aggression, that's for sure.
So he's 1 of 2 from the line there. Mosley fading away, misses. Francis.
And again, Mosley not looking for a teammate, just looking for a basket. Not getting much help, but not doing much good for his team either.
Samuelson misses the 3, and Schmitz with the board. Gardner out to Schmitz, wide open for 3. Off. Peters going on a few defenders, dribbled it away. Francis, pass out to Samuelson. Now Francis stopped in the corner. Fadeaway 10-footer, no good. Hisatake with yet another rebound, his 15th of the game.
Man, though an unsuccessful attempt, you've got to appreciate Francis's kick out there to his teammate. It was a good maneuver to try to keep the ball in Thunder's possession.
That one missed by Schmitz. DiGiorgio tried to tip it back. Now 4 players on the ground going for this one, and a tie-up. And the possession arrow keeps it with the Scarlet Hawks.
Man, we saw a brawl there on the ground as the King Arena got louder and louder the more the scramble was for the ball.
And I think they're going to need a towel on the court to get some of that sweat up.
Maybe some blood.
It'd be dangerous for people to be anywhere in the area making a cut on a wet surface. That's not anything you want to see. So 6:53 left.
Gotta appreciate the comedy here. And what is it? 6 really tall basketball players trying to wipe up the floor.
It takes a few, you know, it takes a few.
Kind of fun to see the two teams working together.
If the Scarlet Hawks want to make a run, it's going to have to be right now. 6:53 left in the game, down 15. You got to cut it to 10 pretty soon.
Yeah, they've got to get some more points, and it's got to happen soon.
Yeah, recently it's been some unselfish plays from Mosley that you pointed out, Cassidy, not giving up the ball. Here's Hisatake going for the block, met at the summit by Spencer. That's a man's block, and then stolen. Peters tries to save it out of bounds, but holy smokes, what a block by Jay.
Oh, man. That was incredible. Here it is on the replay. Bam! Shut down, not today. Sorry.
We talked about some of the athletic feats we saw from Eichelberger in this game as Mosley's going to shoot a deep 3, hits.
Oh, and he made it.
Mosley.
That'll take Mosley's points for the night up to 19.
Mosley cuts the lead to 12 points, still limping, but what a shot from him. Francis in the lane, over to Peterson, and the lay-in.
Yes, there we see him rocking that headband again, scoring points for Thunder.
Mosley down to Hisatake. Left hand, looked like he got hit on the arm, no call. And a foul on Spencer on the floor going over the back of DiGiorgio. So that's Spencer's second personal foul of the game. Eichelberger back into the game for Peterson.
Yeah, I was going to say Peterson's got to be careful because in that play it looked like he could have easily fouled. And he's already at 3 for the night. So probably a smart move by Showers to pull him out here.
Mosley blocked by Spencer again.
Man, 2 times in a row. And you have people in King Arena on their feet.
And that one's certainly easier because there was another defender, Jay, just able to jump freely, but still back-to-back blocks for him. Really impressive. Deep shot for Mosley.
Yeah,
front iron.
Excuse me, Andrew. That'll take Spencer's blocks up to 5 for the night. Not a bad count.
Francis almost lost it. Jonkus trying to guard him, gets around. Left-handed layup high off the glass.
Oh! And you see Francis really went for that one as he skid on the ground following the shot. But that'll take Francis up to 19 points tonight.
Gardner blocked by Spencer. And Eichelberger looked like he got fouled from behind.
You know, I didn't catch that one, Andrew. Hopefully we'll see it on the replay.
Yeah, I believe the call is out of bounds on the Thunder.
Oh, yeah.
That one obviously off of Eichelberger, unless there was a foul. 15 seconds left on the shot clock for IIT on this possession.
Yeah, IIT needs to get some points in, and they need to make it happen right now.
Bruns throwing it in. Trying to get it to Hisatake down low. Tipped away by Spencer Peterson. And a tie-up stays with the Thunder. 30-second timeout now being taken by Coach Schauer. Good play by Peterson. Just a fall on that one, fronting the body of Hisatake, and he was able to create the jump ball situation.
Andrew, have you ever seen The Office?
Yes.
There's this episode in The Office, it's like one of the early seasons, where the warehouse guys take on the office members in a game of pickup, and Michael Scott, in a one-on-one interview with the camera, describes basketball as a game of jazz. You know, I never quite pictured that until I saw Francis take the court. And honestly, whenever he plays, it's always a performance.
Yeah, no doubt about it. People show up in this gym every night just because they say, I'm going to see something different every night that I have never seen before. And not only have they seen it from Francis tonight, but they've really seen it from Eichelberger. 8 of 10 from the field, 2 of 2 from 3 with 18 points. And then also they've seen it from Spencer most recently in the last couple minutes with a couple of monster blocks.
Yeah, so if you're looking for some real entertainment, come out and see the Wheaton Thunder.
So Peters now with a 16-point lead. He is purposefully trying to suck the air out of the ball and drain the clock. Aston Francis, step back. Short, offensive rebound. Back up with the left hand, got it. Wants an offensive foul call, but doesn't get it.
I think I just saw a look into Francis's brain there. He made the shot, saw the ball come right back to him, and immediately knew what he needed to do and put in the shot.
Mosley put up a practice shot there, and there was a foul down low here between Hisatake and Spencer Peterson. That's his 4th personal foul of the game.
Man, but he's still in. Oh, might have spoke too soon. See,
no,
Showers.
He's still going with him. Francis with the steal, throw up to Eichelberger, and the exclamation point.
What a dunk by Eichelberger there. He had a fast break, and man, he got up and put it in. Once again, Thunder fans are up and at it. Oh, they'll show the replay. Also, I don't know, Andrew, if you noticed before that play, the referee looking like he was spreading money. Do you know what that means?
That means tip ball, tip ball. So when Francis threw it back, it was tipped, and they just wanted to make sure that that was known by the players on the court. So this one all but done now. 3.5 minutes left. Hisatake takes that one off his foot after a nice defensive play from Peterson.
Oh man, and the Thunder is up 20 points. So the deficit here is just growing.
This is a really good win for the Thunder. have had some landmark wins, some signature wins on the road, but they really haven't had one in King Arena. And I understand that IIT is not a ranked opponent, but at the same time, this is a pretty complete performance that we're seeing from the Thunder. Francis steps back for 3 hits, and he adds to his total of 24.
Tech is not a ranked opponent, but with the 3.
Mosley just inside the 3-point arc now with 21 points on the game, and he has played his absolute heart out tonight.
But what I was saying, Andrew, is though Tech is not a ranked opponent last year, they made history with the USCAA National Championship appearance.
Here's Francis. Over to Samuelson. Peters. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. And now Peters realizes that and is going to take it easy on the outside. Down low to Peterson, kicked by Bruns. And Peterson saying, hey, throw it up on a lob pass over his head and I'll be able to get to the rim, because Bruns just standing at 5'10". Jay Spencer into the game. And for IIT, it's a few more of the players. Number 20, Brett Ott into the game for the first time. And number 13, Calvin Schmitz. Number 35, Cole Linder.
Yeah, it looks like the Tech is looking to get some fresh legs here.
Samuelson with a shot, doesn't go. Tip back, doesn't go either. To Schmitz. Ott. Now Ott. Runs down low. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Kick out here, put up by Schmitz, and a good jumper for him.
And now we see good awareness there by Tech player in order to get the shot before the shot clock went off.
Kick out to Francis. Crossing up Schmitz into the lane, and he missed the layup. Bruns. The next men's Wheaton Thunder Sports Network broadcast will be on January 21st against Augustana. Wheaton beat number 2 Augustana earlier this year down in Rock Island, and here's just a timeout substitution to get some of those bench players in. Mark champion Zach Holman, Cade Alioth, Zach Quam, the senior leader out there, and Tyrell Derrick. That game will be at 7 p.m. against Augustana on January 24th. With this game, the Thunder move to 13-4 overall, and Illinois Institute of Technology takes their 6th loss of the year, 11-6.
To have Cade Alioth in the game.
Champion misses the 3, tipped out by number 11, Jason Morris Jr.
Alioth, number 20, is actually a freshman for Wheaton Thunder. And Coach Showers early on in the season compared him to All-American Nate Haynes, who is a really good and effective low-post player. I think we'll be expecting to see a lot from Cade Alioth this season as he's in the game and in seasons to come.
The ball lost there, and the jump ball and possession will stay with the Thunder. Reagan Jones into the game, taking out Quam. Quam, one of those guys that's the 7th or 8th man, and in a game where it's coming down to the end, you might not get as much time as the other guys, but Jones saw some good time his sophomore year, hasn't been able to get on the floor as much this season, so he has a chance to make a statement to Coach Shower.
Yeah, Jones.
Derrick with the 2-point J.
Yeah, interesting. Jones did see the court a lot last year, but not so much this year. due to just incoming players that have really made a difference, such as Francis, Eichelberger, Samuelson, Spencer, and Peters.
That one blocked by Holman, 1 second, and he'll just dribble it out. And the teams shake hands. The Wheaton College Thunder win this one 76-55 here at home. And what a plethora of players. Aston Francis, of course, and Kobe Eichelberger with a great game. Mosley Jr. on the other side with 21 points.
Oh, and Eichelberger was just 1 rebound away from a double-double as he has 9 rebounds, 20 points for the night, 2 assists. Good assist-to-turnover ratio as well with 2-to-1. Then we'll see that Aston Francis led the team with 24 points. Wheaton Thunder bringing them to those 76 points. Luke Peters also had 11 points for Wheaton Thunder. Then on the other side of the ball, Mosley with 21 points and DeGiorgio with 10 points.
Your team shot 53% from the field. You guys are kind of used to doing that, showing 49% on the year. That's 24th in the nation. What worked offensively today?
Yeah, we've been good all year, really, with the exception of a second half at North Central. We've been as good offensively as anybody that that isn't playing the system or something that's more up tempo. Tonight's a tough game to play because we've been going so hard in the conference season, and then we get this game against a quality IIT team that doesn't have the same feel to it those other games had. And so I thought, the first half we struggled a little bit. I think, as hard as I tried to convince them that this IIT team, when healthy, can compete in our league, I don't know that they bought it until they saw it. Anthony Mosley is a special talent. And, we benefited from the fact they were missing a starter, and then I don't know exactly what happened to Mosley, but he was obviously not the same player physically in the second half that he was in the first, and that benefited us. And we're just a hard team to guard. We have one kid that is just really hard to guard, and when he makes plays and is willing to move the ball, it gets tough to stop. But I thought Spencer Peterson was really special tonight. 22 for them is such a physical player, and I thought we had a little trouble with him until he got in the game and really took care of him physically. I thought he was really important tonight.
Yeah, what about Kobe Eichelberger as well? Very efficient and really kind of a coming out party for him, especially athletically.
Yeah, Kobe's been scoring at a really high rate. The other night at Carthage, he just got in foul trouble. When he stays out of foul trouble, he's a handful because he's starting to shoot the ball from the 3 at the level he shot it in high school, and he is so hard to keep from getting around the rim. Kobe's a special player, and he's even a better kid. If you know him as you do, he's really such a wonderful young man. The only player I've ever had that asks me how I'm doing every day and then thanks me after practice every day. I've never had a kid do that.
Talk about what this game does for you. Talk about a non-conference opponent, but an opponent that could play in the CCIW. What does that do for you guys going forward?
Well, we just needed to get the win. It's a little early to talk about this, and at the same time, the reality of it is, if we're going to build an NCAA at-large resume, you can't lose this game, right? It's not a marker. It's not one that people will look at and go, hey, that's a really big win. But it would be a bad loss. And so you have to get it. And I don't know what it means going forward and don't really care. But it was important for us to kind of keep momentum and then beat a team we should beat in here.
All right, Coach, congratulations.
Everybody come Wednesday.
That'll do it for us here at King Arena. Thank you for watching this Wheaton Thunder Sports Network broadcast produced by Sunrise Communications. I'm Andrew Pickin alongside Cassie Thornburg. Wheaton College gets the win 76-55 over IIT. For now, so long.